Dan Illman and Mike Beer kicking off a mandatory payout pick 5 at Saratoga on Friday with race number 4. It's the $125,000 Union Avenue Handicap. These are New York bred fillies and mares going 3/4 of a mile. Before we take a look at the field, check out those DRF Timeform US past performances available at DRF.com. All the details available about these innovative PPs, DRF.com/TFUS101. Here's the field for the Union Avenue Handicap. We're expecting the one Betsy Blue to race on Wednesday at the Spa. That would knock this field down to 5 with Granny's Connection, the controlling speed. But she was the controlling speed last time, and she got nailed by Can't Hurry Love.
Yeah, I didn't really see her excuse last time either, Dan. I mean, they weren't, maybe they just didn't use her speed as effectively as they could have and just opened up on that field. But she still, to me, lost without excuse as the favorite.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Timeform US expecting Granny's Connection to once again make the lead in a situation that could favor front runners, but Can't Hurry Love, just like in the most recent start, likely to be not too far away. Bank on Anna is another horse that has the tactical speed to be close to the pace. Betsy Blue, the number 1, is expected to scratch. We'll start things off by taking a look at Granny's Connection. This horse ran in the Dancin' Renee last time out. She was the favorite. She had an easy lead. She had a clear lead in the stretch. And like you, Mike, I think you could look at it as a pretty bad loss. She just got nailed at the wire by Can't Hurry Love. She had to go a pretty quick second quarter to try to open up on that field. Maybe that hurt her a bit. Perhaps they'll wait just a little bit more with a new rider, Javier Castellano, aboard.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, it's not like it was, a poor performance last time by any stretch, Dan. Her prior 4 races were all wins, all in blowout fashion, and she did take a little step up in class last time. I don't know, man. I didn't really feel like making excuses for her in there. I thought she had everything the way that she wanted in there. She was loose on the lead. I didn't even see Cancel get too busy on her until that field came to the 8th pole. Then when he finally set her down, just couldn't shake off Can't Hurry Love, and she got nailed on the money. Good performance, but I thought it was a disappointing loss.
The number 3 is Temperamental. This horse makes her first start off the Rob Atras claim. She's still eligible for a second-level New York bred condition, however. She's the kind of filly that's going to hope that maybe this pace heats up. It's not expected, but if it does, maybe Temperamental can sneak into your single race exotics at a big price.
I mean, that's probably a fair way to look at her. I guess the most interesting thing about her, Dan, is that this is where they enter her first off the claim, and they just took her about 8 days ago for $45,000, and this is the spot they picked out for. I don't know if she got hustled into this race or not. Either way, she's in really, really tough against these horses.
Let's take a look at Vallelujah's most recent start. She gets through her second-level New York bred allowance condition with a win on July the 7th. It was her first race off a pretty significant layoff for trainer Robbie Davis. Jackie Davis aboard, keeping it all in the family, and this horse grinds it out on the outside to score. She's going to need a buyer boost, though, if she's going to take these down.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty likable, filly, though. This is a nice effort here. She had a pace duel in front of her, Dan, so the thing's set up the right way for her, and she just closes it down very steadily, gets up to the lead here to win. She's a little too slow the way into this race, but maybe there'll be some hitting in front of her and she can run late again. She did pull off a big upset winning here last year as well. So when things go her way, she can be there at the end.
Here's the 5, Can't Hurry Love, running down Granny's Connection in the Dancin' Renee, and a similar trip is certainly possible here. Granny's Connection has the lead, seems to be coasting into the stretch. Can't Hurry Love's on a hard chase right now, but let's give Can't Hurry Love credit. She refuses to quit, and she's going to pip Granny's Connection in the shadow of the wire. Not only did she beat 3 of these, she beat 2 next out winners. The third place horse came back to score with an 88 buyer.
Yeah, there's just really nothing to knock about this win, Dan. She just hung in there for as long as she could. Granny's Connection did not put that horse away, and Can't Hurry Love came running up at the end and just got there. It was a good performance. If nothing else, she's in great form right now. She has that one loss by a nose where she, had real trouble at the start back in February. Other than that, her recent form is rock solid for David Duggan. I think she's a major, major threat right back in this race, obviously.
The 6 Bank on Anna has races good enough to win this. She won this race last year. The problem is, ever since her win in the 2022 Union Avenue, she just seems to have tailed off form. She's raced twice this year. She hasn't been good either time. She was no match for Can't Hurry Love last time out at a gigantic price. Are you willing to give up on her, or do you think maybe they're racing her back into shape? It's her third start of the year.
It's hard for me to get behind her, Dan. I will say she did look really good winning this race last year. It's the best race she's ever run by far. It wasn't that strong a field, but I don't know that this is that strong a field either without Betsy Blue participating. I don't know if she can get back to the race that she ran last year up here. She could certainly win this race. But like you, I've been very, very disappointed in her two most recent starts.
In that race last year, she got up close to a very moderate first quarter, almost 23 seconds. Maybe they'll try similar tactics in a race that doesn't have a ton of speed other than Granny's Connection. Let's take a look at our top pick for the Union Avenue. Granny's Connection is going to be on the lead turning for home. Now, she was run down last time out. I think this time they're going to ration her speed just a little bit better, and I think she'll hold off her nemesis, Can't Hurry Love.
Kind of seems like it's between the 2 and the 5. And I just took the 2 on top because, like you, I think she'll be on the lead in here, Dan. Personally, I thought Betsy Blue was going to beat this field, but she's not going to participate.
2-5, 6-4 for Mike, 2-5, 4-3 for me. It's the Union Avenue. One of 3 stakes races at Saratoga on Friday. Best of luck.